Oh my goodness. Sunday. One, whatever your name is. Okay, let's go. Okay. So how y'all doing? So who's Takashi Cooter and why should anybody? Now, I cannot answer the second question for you specifically, but I can definitely give y'all some insight into the first. Now, okay. So, Gunther Eagerman said TDS clinic is now accepting new patients. These testimonials speak for themselves. And so this is like an AI image of Rosie O'Donnell. So this AI clinic is for her because she suffered from severe TDS. After listening to Dr.
Have you or someone you know been diagnosed with TDS? The symptoms can be relentless. Fortunately, I'm Dr. Trump, and I have a treatment plan. Let's hear what some of my patients have to say.
I have been suffering for over a decade, and after listening to Dr. Trump, I can see some results.
Man, I've been suffering for years. I really didn't believe that was help out there. That was when I came across this video on TV.
I really thought I was a lost cause. This was going to affect me for the rest of my life. But after using the treatment plan, I can see a difference.
I really wasn't sure I could help some of these people. They were so far gone, I wasn't really sure.
I had no idea how much this was affecting my life. My work is slowed down. I'm hardly recognizable anymore. I just needed help. I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. Constantly. I made everyone miserable around me.
I feel like I've aged 20 years in the last 2 years. I've been so concerned. I was really starting to worry about my future.
The treatment is simple. Turn off. Fake news. Say your prayers, and if you ever feel anxious, just have a Diet Coke like me, and you're going to see a remarkable difference in your life.
So this is Gunther Eagerman tweet. You know, AI generated tweet where there's like a Trump clinic for TDS treatments. Scalper tweeted, Candace is offended when people talk about the Lord. She called that Christian slop. Okay. So that's it.
That is going to, maybe it was Frank, through the power of prayer. They're going to give us this slop. Because that's what it is. They're serving up Christian slop. They think we are stupid and we are easily manipulated, and that all we have to hear is Lord, them on stage talk.
No. I'm the one who's stupid. Why do I say that? It's because I think that she can get. I'm stupid according to a lot of people because I'm the one who think that she can get the GOP nomination if she runs in 2028.
Talking about the Lord, Dana, sounding like she's channeling demons on stage, talking about the widow, and we're all just going to get in line because we're so dumb. So maybe that is going to be their next move. They're going to say, Frank Turk, through the power of prayer, this secondary miracle happened in the car, and the mic just shattered. Or maybe it was when he was doing CPR. He just had an incredible hint, and that was when he attempted it. He forgot to mention that he accidentally, and then it shattered. Even though that'd be impossible to do and impossible for him to illustrate, you have to understand these were extraordinary times. Your move, Turning Point USA. Your move. What's your explanation? Your move, like Neff. Your move, Charlie's real friends, to make sense of how his microphone ended up in a bunch of bits in his car.
Okay. So what else? So there's an account that goes by Dr. Hello Grass Era. Yes, I am Go G. There's an account that goes by Dr. Joseph Ford Cotto, and he said he trusts Laura Loomer way more than Tucker Carlson. I mean, Tucker Carlson and whatever. Oh my goodness. This is what that's what Muslims say. I am not Muslim. G. I am not Muslim. What do I think? What I think is I don't think so. The only way you go to hell is if you don't believe in Jesus, your Lord and Savior. That's what I believe in. G. Okay. Jane Mitchell tweeted, she loved how Vance just went on a massive press tour and traveled the world trying to appease terrorists, and the result of all that is Rubio 2028 hard skyrocketing. LMAO. Republican and Independents reject the woke rights. So Marco Rubio is now the hard favorite to win the 2020 presidency. I might be wrong, actually. Because 2028, I said that many times, I think it's a perfect opportunity to get a woman in the White House who's a Republican. But if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Hello, Cynthia Trader. Yeah, I remember you, Cynthia Trader. How you doing? How you doing, Cynthia Trader? Try Thai? You mean you're tired? Bears records. Hello, Delaney. No means okay. Okay. So Marco Rubio is the hot favorite to win. Am I vegan? No, I'm not vegan. My brother is vegan. G. I have a brother who's vegan, but me, I'm not vegan. You think vegan and Muslim mind are the same? I mean, are Muslims vegan or they just don't eat pork? Because what I learned about the Muslim religion is they do not eat pork.
Be saying that you.
Okay. So Jared Kushner has started following Ana Kasparian. Okay. Whatever. Daily Wire hit rock bottom, new hire leak his own contract. Okay. This is echoes from above video about the Daily Wire. Whatever. Yes, I do not disagree with Dr. Joseph Ford Cottle that Marco Rubio would be better for Republicans than JD Vance in 2028. I do not disagree with him on that. But me, I still hope that my I hope my prediction comes to fruition that JD Vance or Marco Rubio sit this one out. And then the United States makes history in 2028, just like in 2008. People elected the first black president. And 2028 is the perfect opportunity to elect the first woman president. Ivanka Trump or Tulsi Gabbard, one or the other. Tulsi Gabbard said she's not ruling this out. She's not ruling out running in 2028. And Ivanka Trump said nothing. Maybe she will shock the world and run in 2028. Hello, Jackie Moreno. Z-Buy 5 times. Z-Buy, 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 Z-Buy. Z-Buy. Okay. 2028 needs to be restored just like 2008. But if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If we get another male president, then it's whatever. Okay. So there's like a YouTuber who I subscribe to. His name is Artys Troll. He says
Erica, I don't know, had another one of these visions from God.
Yeah, she doesn't actually. She just makes a comment to Charlie about his phone being on Saturday.
Take a listen to what Charlie shared.
Tell us about how do you find out about this happening? I keep asking everybody this.
Yeah.
Tell us what your initial reaction was that night.
It was a really strange day. I usually turn my phone off on Saturdays. I honor the Shabbat, and I'm not Jewish, but I think it's important that we Christians do. And yet I have my phone on.
okay. Shabbat Shalom.
Because I was trying to help make JD Vance the Vice President of the United States. So it's had some calls to make. Let's just put it that way.
We'll put it that way.
And so my phone was on, and Erica, my wife, was like, "Yeah, I think God wants you to have your phone." So I was like, "Okay, sure." So we went down.
Yeah, and she said that because he already had his phone on. He knew
so
he
this
could
is
turn
what
his
I'm
phone off
watching.
for the day. She's like, you know what? And just gave the excuse, like, wasn't trying to shame Charlie over it. She supported him over having his phone. She goes, "Yeah, you're clearly busy today. Maybe God wants you to have your phone on today."
Onto our complex has this big gym, and I have my daughter in my arms.
See, if Candace were smart, she actually would have ended up saying like, "Oh, Erica Kirk clearly knew that this assassination attempt on Trump was going to happen today," which you'll see why that's important.
And I just turned to the television.
You can come out. That's it.
And because I saw
that's it. You can. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. That's just all. But hey, let's actually finish that, Candace, because it's important.
As this big gym, and I had my daughter in my arms, and I just turned to the television screen, and because I saw Trump take the stage. Okay, whatever. And then 10 minutes, I just turned to the screen, and all of a sudden, there's a bunch of agents around Trump. And I'm like,
do you hear the pop?
No, there's no audio because it's a gym.
Okay, so there's no audio.
Yeah, so I'm looking at this.
You're looking at it.
And so my initial reaction was, oh, this is like 2016. Remember when all the agents came around Trump? Yeah. Al's story was the lead, and it was a false alarm in the crowd. I was like, okay, this is just like a false alarm thing. I was like, wait a second, like he has blood on him. And so I'm walking across. It was like a movie, walking across this gym to the screen, and I get right up to it, and there is bloody Donald Trump defiantly putting his fist up. Immediately, I have my phone, and I go in the chat. I said, guys, something is very wrong, very wrong. I was like, I think he got shot. And
Tyler Robinson, Tyler Robinson was more of a marksman than Thomas Crook. Let's see. What's up, Daniel? Okay, so let's see what Google AI says. So Google AI said, time, neither Thomas call you the hood. Okay, I'll call you the hood. So Thomas Crook, neither Thomas Crook nor Tyler Robinson was a trained or certified marksman and firearm expert. I've noted that neither attack required highly advanced sniper skills. Thomas Crook, the 20-year-old who attempted to assassinate Donald Trump in July 2024, actually had a reputation for poor shooting. So Thomas Crook was a bad shooter. You cannot hear my heckler. Yeah, you can't hear it because my phone audio is bad. Alicia bit 4616. I don't know what's going on with my phone audio. I have the silent mode off, so you can't really hear it for whatever reason. So neither. Oh, it's good now? Okay. But my audio sometimes is good, sometimes it's bad. So just like this. So this is why I speak closer. So neither Thomas Cook nor Tyler Robinson was a trained or certified marksman. And firearm expert have noted that neither attack required highly advanced skill, but Thomas Crook had a reputation for being a poor shooter. Former classmate revealed that he tried out for his high school rifle team, but was rejected because he was a notoriously bad shooter. During his attack, it was approximately 130 to 150 yards away. He fired 8 rounds, missing his primary target but killing one rally spectator and injuring 2 others. Tyler Robinson, the 22 years old, accused of assassinating Charlie Kirk in September 2025, fired a single fatal shot from a rooftop roughly 142 yards away, using a scope bolt action rifle. While the shot was lethal, firearm expert noted that hitting the target from that distance with a modern scope require only basic firearms familiarity rather than a skilled professional marksman. Okay, but was he a good shooter? Okay, maybe it's because he was using a scope. That's why it was deadly. Okay, so Tyler Robinson did brag about his long-range shooting skills at least one occasion prior to the shooting. According to a former co-worker who spoke to the media following Robinson's arrest, the 22-year-old became uncharacteristically animated when discussing firearms. The 450-yard claim. While working as an electrical apprentice on an apartment complex in 2023, Robinson overheard coworkers. The coworker noted that Robinson grew excited, a rare show of emotion for him, and openly bragged to the group that he had successfully made 450-yard shots. But Google AI said he was not a marksman. If you can make shots from 450 yards and you brag about it, you are a marksman in my eyes. Robinson also boasted about the performance of his weapon immediately following the assassination. In text message sent to his romantic partner roommate before his arrest, Robinson praised his grandfather's vintage rifle and his high-end optics. Okay, he said his grandpa rifle does fine. Whatever. So expert just said hitting, hitting a target from 140 yards with a high-powered scope required only fundamental firearm familiarity than elite marksmanship. But me, I call it marksmanship for whatever reason. Okay, let's see. So Dr. Joseph Ford Cato said he believed Donald Trump beat Joe Biden in 2020. Do you? I mean, yeah, but it doesn't really matter because he's leaving a legacy in my eyes. His legacy will be he paved the way, he laid the groundwork for Tulsi Gabbard or Ivanka Trump to make history in 2028 by defeating um, Hillary Clinton and Kamala Harris. Even though I do believe that Donald Trump beat Biden in 2020, it was a good thing he did not serve. The Democrats, anointed Kamala Harris as the nominee, and then Trump got to defeat her, taking down two women. So 2028, whoever is the Republican woman, she will win the election. I hope I'm right. I hope 2028 I'm right. That we get a woman in the White House. I disagree with Myron Gaines and Andrew Wilson's ideology. 2028 is the perfect opportunity to get a woman in the White House who will be a Republican. So you know what? I'm actually going to respond to that tweet. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Social. So Sarah Ballou said Barack Obama living rent-free in Trump's head. I mean, she's actually kind of correct. Obama does run rent-free in Trump's head a little bit. Or maybe a lot.
Obama.
Okay. So Natalie Beisner made a video if Charlie Kirk would have turned on Trump. Okay. It's like 11 minutes long. So she's asking the question in her title, would Charlie have turned on Trump? And then the record say no. And then she said in that same title that the record say no. Okay. It is time for JD Vance to disavow Tucker Carlson. Enough is enough. Do you agree? Peel Davis said, tweet, she said, let's talk about the Christian circle of gaslighting. Sign up to my Google form to be notified of shows in your area. Link below. Not really interested, so. Bill Mitchell's tweeted 8 hours ago that if Kamala Harris had won the presidency, the United States would be absolutely overrun with illegal aliens at this point. Crime would be off the charts. That's probably true.
A toddler. It's past bedtime. Will you be staying up? It's past bedtime. It's a family.
Ah, there's a black man on the screen. Yeah, that's me. Gaddafi 330. Gaddafi 3330. It's me.
Transform the party, and so 28 is going to be a referendum. What the big
So Nick Fuentes. Yes, I am okay. Gaddafi. Can Gondal. Gondal. Gondal, I am okay.
28. Who succeeds? The big game is 28. Who succeeds Trump? Trump transformed the party, and so 28 is going to be a referendum on, so what is the Republican Party now? Are we going to keep going in the direction of Trump? Are we going to kind of backslide into something more establishment? That's really an important question. Who is going to be the nominee in 28? Well, the party is already consolidating behind two people, Rubio and Vance. I'm a big believer that neither of them are good. Rubio's a neocon. Agreed. And pretended to be a Tea Party guy, and then he went for Gang of Eight with Lindsey Graham, this like open borders immigration bill. So Rubio's been a turncoat Zionist puppet from the start. Can't be him. On the other side, you got Vance, who was a never Trumper in 16, voted for Evan McMullin, CIA agent. Neither of these guys are good. And what's more, Trump couldn't stand up to Israel. Will Vance be able to? Will Rubio? Absolutely not. What is the only way we're going to get anybody other than Vance and Rubio? The only way we're going to get anybody other than them is if they are basically dragged to hell by their association with Trump. Trump needs to be such a failure, so toxic. Their association with the administration needs to be seen as a liability so that a challenger from outside the admin can make the case in 28 to the Republican voters and say, look, this administration was a disaster. And who is at the helm? Rubio and Vance. So the administration needs to be made unpopular within the GOP. It needs to be a failure for an outside challenger to have a chance in hell at winning the nomination.
And that challenger will be, in my opinion, will be Candace Owens, but she said she's not running in 2028. I agree with Nick Fuentes about the statement that he made. But that challenger, in my view, will be the Candace Owens. But she says she's not running.
Otherwise, if the administration is super successful and everything's great, then Trump is going to endorse who he's going to endorse. That person's going to consolidate. They'll get 80% of the vote. There won't even be a primary. There won't even be a competition. So that's why I say we need the Democrat.
And also, I don't think Trump should endorse anyone in a Republican primary. I think he should let this primary battle royale play out.
To be as strong as possible in 26. Why? The Democrats will win the House. They're going to impeach Trump. They're going to depose the other cabinet officials. And what they're going to find is a shit ton of corruption. This is going to make Trump extremely unpopular.
Okay. But Bill Mitchell and Mike Johnson are confident that Republican will grow their majority in the Senate and the House of Representatives. So we will see if they are correct.
It's going to damage Rubio and Vance by association, and that will create an opening. If Republican voters are sufficiently angry with Trump and dissatisfied, his endorsement will mean less. People that are close to him that'll be seen as a bad thing, and they'll be open to an outsider. And my hope is that you get a young person that runs in 28, nationalist, kind of knows the score, that's going to be the spiritual successor to America First and Trumpism, and is going to say, look, like, Trump failed us.
And that person will be Candace Owens. But she says she's not ready. In my opinion, that person that Nick Fuentes is talking about, Candace Owens checks all the boxes.
Trump had the right idea, but he betrayed his promises. He betrayed the movement. It needs to be restored. But that's our only chance in hell.
But we'll see. Okay. Okay, I'm going to end the stream now. Okay. So, good night.